Mike, check 1 2 1 2. It's the Y2K collector, and today we are looking at the war chest, which is basically the box of games that I'm putting together for either trades or for sale. The reason why the war chest is starting to fill up again is because every time I add a game to the collection, that I think is good, I then have to kind of take a look at the collection and say, okay, well, what game or games do I need to move out of the collection to be able to make room for the games that are coming in? Now, we do have some games in here that are doubles. These are games that I already have in my collection, but they may have been games that I got for free as part of a buy two get one free, or games that I may have gotten in a trade, or in a large haul of video games. So that's what you kind of see here in this case for the most part, outside of some of these Xbox 360 games, which kind of just have to go just because I'm running out of room on the shelf. And so I gotta pull from somewhere. I played a little bit of this X-Men Destiny game. It's a bummer because this one is one of the more recent pickups, but I just don't have the space. So I want to kind of talk about two additional games that are being added to the war chest, and then show you the games that are taking their place. So the first one up is going to be Looney Tunes Back in Action. This is a really cool game. I really don't have a lot of negative things to say about this game. I think it's a fun, quirky game, with just a lot of like mini, I would say like mini, it's like an adventure game made up of just like mini adventure games. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it's a cool game. Nonetheless, great graphics, especially for GameCube. And it's got all the nuance of Warner Brothers. So, I'm not mad at it. But this is one that is going to have to go into the war chest just because I had to make room for additional GameCube games that are going to be coming in. And then another game that's being added is this copy of Naruto. Really cool game. But again, it's a fighting game. It's not so much an adventure game. And when it comes to these types of fighting games, I'm not super keen on them. I didn't realize how much of a fighting game it was when I first picked it up. I thought there were some like adventure aspects to it, but again, cool game nonetheless. I'm digging the graphical art style. Just not a game that is gonna have I'm gonna have room in my collection for anymore. So this is another game that's going to be added to the war chest for sale. Now let's talk about what games are replacing these games. Well, the first game is, first off, I want to say these two pickups were from Gamestop.com. And for those of you, if you remembered me saying that Gamestop.com is really going to become like the main place for people to find retro games. The good news story about that is that I'm seeing that they're actually sending more complete in box games than they were before. To be honest, the last few times that I've ordered from GameStop.com, my games have come complete. That includes a lot of games like Mario Kart Double Dash. I've shared that with you. This is my old copy of Double Dash, so I can sell this copy because I actually got the copy that came with the bonus disc, so I don't need this copy anymore. And it's funny because they sell the copy with the bonus disc for the same price as they would sell this one. But they're coming complete in box, I think one of the last games that didn't come complete was Luigi's Mansion, which I'm still trying to see if I can either get the manual, or I may see if I can find a complete copy through GameStop's website. But they've been doing good. And the two games that I picked up from them most recently was Family Guy, Back to the Universe. Now, I do have Family Guy on the 360. But I do like these quirky games, like these TV show, like sitcom-based games for some reason. I have Futurama on the PlayStation 2, and I do have this one. These kind of like Adult Swim style cartoons. I feel like they're kind of nostalgic in a way to that era of Adult Swim, like when I was probably in my teens and early to mid 20s. I know that Family Guy, I don't know if there's new seasons of Family Guy. I haven't kept up with it, But to me, like Futurama and Family Guy, they were like the more new, edgier versions of like Bart Simpson, or The Simpsons. And we've gotten a ton of video games for The Simpsons across multiple consoles. It's not even funny, but these shows like Family Guy and Futurama, they were so new that we don't have like games for these TV shows on like the Super Nintendo, the Sega Genesis. So for me, these are actually really cool ads, and so I wanted to add this one. I took a flyer on it. I honestly didn't think it was going to come complete from GameStop's website, but it actually did come with not only the disc, but it did also come with the manual and like the little insert. So I was shocked. Again, the case is in pretty decent condition, and so, you know, whenever GameStop is able to come through like this, definitely gotta give them their props. So they definitely came through there. And then also got this copy of Super Mario Sunshine. Now this copy too was complete in box. Again, this was a shocker to me. Just seeing Super Mario Sunshine complete. I've tried to order this game complete from GameStop's website so many times and have utterly failed. But this is actually a game that I had originally, like on my original Game Boy, back in the day, on my original GameCube. I remember my first like 4 games for the GameCube, like back in like 2002-ish, was Batman Vengeance, Star Fox Adventure, Super Mario Sunshine, and I think those are the only 3 that I can remember off. Oh, and Madden. I played a ton of them. It's so crazy. Of all the games that you could spend your time playing on the GameCube, oddly enough, I spent so much of my time back then playing Madden, and I played a lot of NBA 2K3 on the GameCube. Don't ask me why. Obviously, those games were better on the PlayStation 2, in my opinion. I felt like those games were really more built for the PlayStation 2. PlayStation 2 just had a better controller for sports games, in my opinion. But I do remember having Super Mario Sunshine, and I never beat it. I just never had the, you know, 2002, 2003, that's like sophomore, junior yearish of high school. And, you know, for me, I was just started getting into other things by the time I hit like the end of my sophomore year, junior year, between getting a job, having friends, girlfriends, like hanging out. You just find yourself not playing as much video games. So to this day, I wonder where my original GameCube went, because I'm like, damn, it was like really clean. It was a nice black GameCube. I still had the box. Like, dude, I just don't know where that thing went. I don't know if I traded it in. I genuinely do not know where a lot of my childhood stuff went. And I had a lot of stuff. Like, I had every Mega Man X game on the PlayStation. Don't even get me started. But anyway, this was definitely a nostalgic pickup. Was stoked to see that GameStop had this complete. And so now I have to make room in the collection for these 2 ads. I actually have some more stuff from GameStop coming. Just been waiting on them. These are games that were ordered weeks ago. They just still haven't come in the mail yet. And I also have a surprise console pickup from GameStop. I tested the waters to see if GameStop was going to come through for me on this, and I'll show it to you when it comes. But don't sleep on their website, man. If you're looking for retro games, and mind you, they don't have the best prices. I'm not saying you're going to go on GameStop's website and find everything for 50% off. But typically, depending on the games you're looking for, you can find games that are 15, 20% cheaper than what they would go for like on eBay, their price charting values, or even what you would see for them like in a mom and pop shop. On top of that, you also have the aspect of, like I said, getting the points. You get the membership points, which then goes towards future purchases. And if you order the game and it doesn't come complete, or you don't like it, you could just return it. So it's definitely worth it if you're looking for a certain game and you're not seeing it in your local shop, or you don't want to necessarily turn to eBay. Check GameStop's website. They may have it for you there. I've actually had a good amount of luck, and probably at the end of February, I'll just do a recap of all the complete inbox games that I've gotten from their website so far. But I talk a lot of smack about GameStop. I give them a lot of crap, but when they come through, I got to give them their props. And GameStop, you did come through for me on this one. Let me know what you guys think about these 2 pickups. Let me know what you think about GameStop's website. Have you been able to pick anything up from there? Has anything come for you complete from their website? Let me know down in the comments. I'll catch you in the next video. It's the Y2K Collector. Take it easy.